Good afternoon, folks. Today is November 26, 2024. Today is the day that my wife and I got a phone call 4 years ago, and we chose to make the decision to unplug the machine that was keeping my dad alive. It was a ventilator. Ventilators were in high demand, they said, because of COVID. That's not why we unplugged him. We unplugged him because his brain was not regulating his body temperature any longer. And they say when the brain stops regulating body temperature, you can't last very long, right? If the brain is not even telling your heart or your extremities, I need to generate heat, then it's only a matter of time before your extremities start to die, right? They said the brain was already shut down. They showed me a sine wave, a graph of brain activity, and they said this is a normal brain and this is your dad's brain. There was no activity, so there was no coming back from the state he was in, is what they were telling me. And on top of that information, he was opening his eyes like this, and he would shake violently for about 20 seconds. I took almost seemed morbid at the time, but I took a video of it so I could remember. Because your brain changes over time. Things change, memories change. And I wanted to remember that moment. I wanted to remember what a life wasted at the end looked like. So I took a video. Having a seizure every 20 seconds, into life. And I may not have been there the last 3 years of his life because he chose to still be in addiction, and I'm a recovering addict or a recovered addict, however you want to say it. I've been clean 16 years. He chose to still live in active addiction, and I told him the last conversation I had, I said, "Dad, I love you, but I cannot be a part of your life because you choose to still live a life of addiction." And his response was, "I think that's highly disrespectful, but I have to respect your decision." So he said he respected my decision, and I said, "I love you, Dad," and he said, "I love you, son," and we hung up, and that was it. Last time I spoke to him this side of the grave. I think that I'll get to talk to him again one day. I hope that he can see me past the veil up there. And I hope that he can see that the man I've become is better than the man I was when he was around me, when I was in the Coast Guard. When I exited out of the Coast Guard, I left with an addiction to cocaine, alcohol, and cigarettes. And in March 21st, 2008, I gave all that up. I quit using, quit smoking. 2 weeks later, I went to prison, did 2 years, been out, been preaching at St. Peter's on the Hill for 1 year. It's been a year. Been a heck of a ride. But today I've been in a funk. I've been in a pretty good funk today, and I assume it's because just today my dad died. I'm missing a prescription. The VA doesn't know where it's at. The post office, they got it. They don't know where it's at. They said it's in Indianapolis. I don't know. Who knows where it's at? Only God knows, right? But all things being considered, I don't have a job. I lost my job at corporate America 4 weeks ago. I'm kind of just floating around. I really don't know what to do. What's the next move? And I'm like waiting for God. God, tell me what the next move is. And he's not talking. He's not telling me what the next move is. And it's hard. It's hard. So I'm making a new business card, and I put on my suit and tie. Look at this. Look all prim and proper. I'm going to go get this tailored tomorrow. It'll be a tailored suit. It'll be tailored to my fit, to my body. It looks pretty good now, I think. My wife said it needs to be tailored. But I just want you to know, I am coming undone with my aggravation level today, with my frustration level, with my thoughts. I was crying in the shed earlier. Brian Thompson texted me and said, hey, man, when you're down like that, you're supposed to be going to church. I told him I wasn't going to church. I just want you folks to know I could use some prayer, and today has been a hard day. It's going to get harder. My kids are getting ready to leave for Hawaii, my 2 kids. I'm not even going to have no kids here for Thanksgiving. Dad's gone. You know, the devil just keeps throwing darts. Look, your dad's gone then. My wife almost left. She chose to stay behind with me. Appreciate that. I love her. But I just want you to know, you could be wearing this suit and tie. You could look like $1,000,000. Oh, I got told I didn't get 2 jobs today, too. There's 2 jobs I didn't get. 2 jobs I was hoping was going to come through. Did not come through, but God's still in control. Jesus is still on the throne. But I wanted y'all to know that just because you're wearing a suit and tie and you look prim and proper doesn't mean that somebody ain't coming undone inside. So just because they look good on the outside doesn't mean the inside's not coming undone. Don't you ever forget that when you're in a traffic situation and you beep your horn at the guy in front of you. His mother might have just died. He might have just unplugged his daddy. So keep that in mind the next time you're so busy, you're so frustrated, you got whatever you got going on, and you're the most important thing in the universe. Remember, there's a whole planet full of 8 billion other human beings like yourself that can be coming undone. I love you folks. God bless you folks. And I'll come back with a more encouraging message, but just wanted you folks to know that suit and tie ain't all there is. There's life after this. Hallelujah. God bless you folks.